Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Ready.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, screen. Hey, alert 3. Ball trot. Let it go.
Jackson on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Pick me up. Here we go. Kill. General. West. Go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brent, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Here we go.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go. Set. And read. 5-4.
Focus, defense, focus.
Set up.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many runs in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
58's the Mike.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell
Hit it.
Following the interception, Finley. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Room here to run. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Let's go, fellas.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Break.
58's the Mike. Too little, cupcake.
Watch that.
Stand. Now.
Now on 2nd and 13. Finley. And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down.
Brandon, so often we talk about whether or not a quarterback was surprised by the pressure, by the blitz. Most of the time, they're not surprised by that,
15,
but the speed in which someone gets there. And on this play, I don't think he had any other chance or choice.
Are they taught in that situation just to tuck it and go down?
Yeah, when you don't even have an opportunity to look downfield and assess what's going on, cover it, take care of the football. Don't turn something bad into something worse. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Okay, ready. Check. Topper. 54.
Hey, check.
Kill, ready.
Kill. Out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Get ready.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down, Raven.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All day.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Run.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Let's go, baby.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Let's go
A
now.
couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now the pass brought in by Roberts. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
54. Mike, 54.
Go. Cut.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's our field. Short. It's our house. Shift.
Jackson now. Being chased down left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it.
We're going to shut you down.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch QT. Spell. Watch QB drop. High 7.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Set. Ready.
54.
10. Touch scared.
54, Mike.
He don't know.
That's it.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
First down, Finley. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just 1 tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a 3-syllable.
Let's go.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
Okay, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Lead gripper.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
You don't want no problems with me.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
82 is mine. I got 82. 82 is mine. Single.
Hey, Sam on. Quick the edge. Let's go.
Finley now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Hey, watch 28.
Let's put them on the buses.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 3rd down, Finley. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level, and not of that age. But I remember looking over at it, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Ready.
5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Let him.
66. Bullet. Ha.
Let him know.
Bang. Delta. Bang.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
54's Mike. Check.
Now it's Jackson. Roberts got it. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Let's go, touchdowns, baby.
Seth Roberts, 53 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. That's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Ready to break.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
To the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game, and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he put his headset down after that big run.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Come on,
had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Second down, Finley. He completes it to Boyd. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Finley from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here we go. Set. And read.
Here we go, D. Hey, just run it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Jackson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Hey, watch Sam. Check.
From the gun, Jackson.
Hey, come on.
Flush to his right, and it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Switch.
Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught by Roberts. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Seth Roberts. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
Got it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
One play has him up past the 40 already. Another 1st and 10. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Scared.
5.
On 1st and 10, Finley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over.
Ready, set.
Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Pilot, 64.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Let go.
On 2nd down, Finley again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Keep playing hard.
So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Bengals drive
60
about to get
outlaw.
going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
You got nothing.
Now Joe Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
You're coming.
7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mixon with it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drive and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, defense, let's go. Here we go.
And again, this time to the tailback. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past him.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Mike 54. Target.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Play to win.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
All day. Check 26.
To throw is Jackson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Yo, motion, check. Shit.
On the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Easy work. It's easy
Looks to me
work.
like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Deuce.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Come on, baby.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Jackson on first down. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Jackson to throw.
Switch up.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens push further out in front. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though.
On the set.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened in the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Right. He's tight.
80 weapons. Hit it.
Now with 2nd down throw for Finley. Got his man. It's Eifert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long
Two.
Finley sets to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Blue draw Corkers.
35.
Here we go.
Finley setting up on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Finley now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
Go.
Operating in the red zone now. Finley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive. knowing each other's moves
Set, ready,
all game
30
long,
base.
and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the score.
Big rip.
To throw again on second down. Finley, nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down.
Ready next time.
Sacked back at the 29. Jalen Ferguson able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Ready.
The Bengals on third
60
down.
yard.
A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is third and 17.
Let's go.
Finley here, third and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Come on, Sack.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Let's go,
and
D.
now last
Check it
drive
back,
so
check it back.
successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
He
he
would have
hates?
kept it on the ground. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Come on.
He get.
Let it go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive. It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
And you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 9.
A 2nd down throw for Finley. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Look at me. Zipper.
Kill.
Protein spill. Get it.
Finley working out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here's Sam Cook now, standing just about on his own goal line. Ross on the return. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. 3rd and short yardage, Finley. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Ready up.
So the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Now.
4th down, Finley. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
It's a gain of 38 yards. And the Bengals first down.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. One last shot now for Finley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Ravens, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.